Hi everyone. In today's video session, let us discuss wire gauge and a micrometer. At the end of this video, you will be able to use wire gauge and a micrometer. Let us discuss how to measure the thickness diameter of a wire using a micrometer. What is a micrometer? A micrometer is a measuring instrument used to make tiny measurements like the thickness and diameter of a solid body. This device has a form resembling the letter U in English. The movable jaw on the micrometer's frame is operated by an integrated screw. You can get the finest output from a micrometer. Let us discuss the parts of a micrometer. Frame. The U-shaped frame is designed to be rigid and stable. Its main function is to provide the basic structure of a micrometer, in which a stationary anvil is located at one end and a movable spindle slides inward or outward through the other end of the frame. The frame has a high thermal mass and it comes with insulated plastic to avoid any substantial heating up. Anvil. It is a small stationary cylindrical part of the micrometer, is located at the far end of the U-frame and acts as one holding point for measuring objects. Spindle. The spindle extends from the thimble. As the operator turns the thimble, the spindle pushes the item to be measured against the anvil. The spindle holds the item snug against the anvil that has to be measured. Lock nut. The lock nut is provided to lock the movement of the spindle to record the measurement of a feature of a part. Sleeve. It's a barrel-type cylindrical part which is mounted on a spindle and is the main scale of a micrometer because the main scale is engraved on the sleeve. The tine rotates around that sleeve and spindle. Its main function is an indication of reading in millimeters. Thimble. The thimble is the component which is turned by the thumbs and which makes the spindle movement. Ratchet stop. The ratchet stop is at the end of the instrument and is responsible for ensuring that only allowable pressure is applied to an object. The ratchet in the micrometer is present at the edge of the screw gauge with the purpose of limiting the measuring force of the spindle screw. It works with a calibrated small drum that limits the friction force applied to the workpiece and produces a ratchet sound when the thimble is locked. Let us discuss how to measure the thickness or diameter of wire using a micrometer. A micrometer, also known as a screw gauge, is a measuring device used to precisely determine the diameter of a wire or the thickness of a metal sheet. A micrometer consists of two scales, the main scale and the circular scale. The main scale is fixed at the sleeve, while the circular scale is present in the thimble and is made up of an equal number of parts. Basically, the micrometer consists of three types of error. They are no zero error, positive zero error, and negative zero error. If a point 0 of the main scale meets a point 0 of the circular scale, then there is no zero error. If a point 0 of the main scale is met above the 0 point of the circular scale, then there is a positive zero error. If a point 0 of the main scale is met above the 0 point of the circular scale, then there is a negative zero error. Before measuring the diameter of a conductor, it is necessary to know the pitch and least count. The pitch of a micrometer is given by distance moved by the screw gauge, number of full rotations, turn the thimble, rotating part in the screw gauge clockwise until the spindle reaches the anvil and check for zero error. Now, release the spindle by rotating the thimble counterclockwise for one complete rotation. Note the main scale reading, that is the distance moved by the screw gauge. It may be 1 millimeter distance. As a result, the distance traveled by screw gauge is 1 millimeter and the rotation is 1. So we get the pitch as 1 millimeter upon 1 equal to 1 millimeter. Least count. The least count is simply the smallest value or minimum value that a screw gauge can measure. The smallest possible value is equal to pitch upon total number of divisions in the circular scale. In most screw gauges, the circular scale has 50 or 100 divisions. We already got the pitch as 1 if number of divisions is 100. At the very least, we count as 1 upon 100 as 0.01. If the division is 50, then the least count will be 0.02. Now take the wire or conductor and place it between the spindle and anvil and rotate the thimble clockwise until the spindle and anvil hold the conductor and keep it tight with ratchet. Assume the main scale reading from the sleeve shows 1 mm and the circular scale is 96. Multiply the circular reading 96 with the least count of 0.01 and add it to the main scale reading of 1 mm. Totally, you will get 1.96 mm and the diameter of the conductor is 1.96 mm. Repeat this procedure and take the measurement with the same wire 3 times. Take the average of 3 readings to get the value more accurate. If a positive zero error occurs, subtract the value from the actual reading. If a negative zero error occurs, add the value to the actual reading. From this video session, I hope you will be able to measure the diameter of the wire using a screw gauge and a micrometer. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.